Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to look with favor upon this Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Grant that it may perform its high duty as in their sight. Give divine guidance to the President of the Republic. Endow members of Parliament and ministers of state with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of government, this land and people may be well and truly served, and their good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. O God, grant us a vision of our country, fair as it might be, a country of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a country of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a country of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service and honor shall be given to the deserving, a country of peace, where government shall rest on the will of the people and the love for the common good. Bless the effort of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people, that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Ghana and Africa. Amen. May we humbly invite the nominee in the person of Justice Senyo Jamape to take his seat. And in doing so, I will give the opportunity to the ranking member to make his opening remarks.
Chairman, thank you for the opportunity. Distinguished committee members, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the nominees before us for this period of vetting. Obviously, their legal accomplishment merited recognition, and I express sincere sympathy for constitutional controversies surrounding their nominations, a controversy entirely of the government making, not yours. We convene whilst our Chief Justice sits suspended through procedurally questionable process under Article 146 and 296. An executive that suspends one Chief Justice while installing 7 new justices is not filling vacancies. It is reshaping the constitutional order. The appearance of institutional capture is inevitable and constitutionally catastrophic. The Supreme Court has abdicated its constitutional duty, repeatedly refusing to intervene when fundamental principles of natural justice have sympathetic violation. This institutional cowardice is constitutionally inexcusable. You will inherit a court that retreats into comfortable silence when courage was demanded. Unfortunately, Honorable Chairperson, this government's double standard is staggering. The same NDC that relentlessly opposed Justice Sophia Benasco Essa and Professor Richard Frimpong upon's nomination under President Akufo-Addo, crying that the court was bloated, now presents 7 nominees simultaneously. Where was their concern about court size then? This gross dishonesty and rank opportunism insult our intelligence and constitutional processes. When 2 very qualified justices sought appointment, the NDC screamed about judicial bloat. Now with 7 nominees, they discover urgent constitutional necessity. Such breathtaking inconsistency exposes an administration driven by political calculation, not constitutional principle. To our nominees, you seek to join an institution whose legitimacy rests on public confidence in your constitutional fidelity. You must become guardians of our fundamental law, not instrument of executive convenience. The Supreme Court's authority derives from moral standing, not political alignment. True judicial independence requires constitutional courage, deciding cases on law and precedent, not political preferences. It means protecting minority rights against majoritarian excesses. It means sometimes disappointing those who appointed you because the Constitution demands nothing less. This committee bears solemn responsibility for ensuring only nominees demonstrating unbending commitment to judicial independence receiving approval. We must probe not merely legal knowledge, but constitutional philosophy and commitment to deciding cases without political consideration. To all participants, embrace robust discourse with dignity, ask hard questions, challenge respectfully. Our democratic maturity is measured by our ability to disagree with purpose while maintaining civility. To Ghanaians watching, witness democracy in action. Tolerate provocative questions. They are democracy's oxygen. We are building a nation, not trading insults. To the media and parliament staff, thank you for enabling this democratic exercise to be undertaken. I conclude by saying that we stand at a constitutional crossroads. These proceedings will either restore judicial confidence or mark the day Ghana's highest court become an executive instrument, not constitutional conscience. The nominees seek sacred constitutional trust. May they prove worthy. May we test that worthiness thoroughly. History will judge whether we defended democracy when it needed us most. Future generations will thank us for courage or condemn us for cowardice. The choice is yours. The time is now. Thank you, Honorable Chairman.
Thank you very much, Chairman. And thank you for indulging me. I did not know the minority leader had a scripted statement as he has done. So I don't have a scripted response, except I picked on a few things that he has said. One, he speaks about the ongoing process relating to the Chief Justice, Justice Gertrude Tokono. I first and foremost think that this is not the proper platform to be questioning the processes involved in relation to Justice Tokono. I think it is inappropriate, but let me just indicate that there is nothing procedurally questionable in terms of the processes that Justice Tokono is being taken through, because the Constitution is clear in terms of what the process is, and that process has been followed diligently, and efforts to question that process in the Supreme Court has not been successful. And so I find it inappropriate that before a committee of this nature, the minority leader will be questioning the process. And on the issue of accusation that this government is engaged in double standards, I think that is also not appropriate. The nominees are before you for you to vet their suitability, and to say that this government is engaged in double standards is totally inappropriate. I was on the appointments committee when the two nominees were rejected. And let me indicate clearly that my side of the House advocated for the rejection on the basis that at that time, the anticipated retirement of some judges, which would have created a vacancy, hadn't taken place. And there was no need in anticipation to be appointing replacements. And we also argued, and I do not shy away from that argument, that the then president had had the opportunity to nominate so many members onto the Supreme Court. And even if some judges were retiring, he should give the opportunity for an incoming president, given that we're so close to elections, to also have an opportunity to also nominate people to the Supreme Court. It wasn't clear who will be the incoming president. It could have been an NPP incoming president. It could have also been an NDC incoming president. That basically was the crux of our argument at that time. And so for someone to today be accusing this government of double standards, in my opinion, is inappropriate. And I think that we should not use the nomination of these Supreme Court judges as a the vetting of the nominees as a platform to be engaged in partisan politics. I think that basically that will be my response for now, and I welcome the nominees, and as indicated, we will be vetting them according to the standards set by our Constitution, and I hope that this doesn't become another partisan bickering exercise. Thank you.
Honourable members, our revered nominee and the guests, you are all welcome.
Thank you.
Honourable members, following the appointment or nomination by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, it was read in Parliament and referred to the Appointment Committee, following which we have scheduled today to perform our responsibility by way of vetting the nominees, reporting to Parliament, and then getting the approval or disapproval. For that reason, first on the list is Justice Senyo Jamefe. I am aware he is the longest serving judge in this country. He's a Court of Appeal judge. Without wasting much time, we'll proceed to swear him in. So, clerk of the committee, may you proceed to administer the oath.
I, Justice Senyo Jamefe,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
Touching the matter in issue.
Touching the matter in issue.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Honourable members, it's for some time now we didn't do vetting. So the public may want to know us again by way of self-introduction. My name is Bernard Ahiafo, First Deputy Speaker of Ghana's Parliament and Chairman of the Appointment Committee.
I am Alexander Kwamena Apenyomakin, Member of Parliament for Efutu. I lead the Mighty Minority Caucus in Parliament, and I am the ranking member of this important committee of Parliament.
And I am Patricia Apieje, a Member of Parliament for representing the good people of Asukwa, the Deputy Minority Leader, and a member of this committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Patrick Boma, MP, Okaikwe Central, a member of the committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Tony Mie, Member of Parliament for Dotobri. and the Vice Chairman for Committee on Judiciary.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am Nana Ejeyi Bafo Ewua, MP for Menchia South, and a member of the Constitution and Legal Affairs Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning. My name is Hassan Tampuli, Member of Parliament for the good and virtuous people of Gushegu in the Northern Region, and Deputy Ranking to the Committee on Constitution and Legal Affairs. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, my name is John Dark. I'm a Member of Parliament for Swami. I represent the Judicial Committee.
Yes, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Mohammed Adams Suparo, MP for Sisala West, Deputy Ranking Judicial Committee.
Thank you. My name is Bid Anwatazmo Zeden, and I represent the good and wonderful people of the Laura constituency. I am the ranking on judiciary and a subject matter representative on this particular committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My name is Eli Klim Akurugu, representing the good people of Dome Kwabinya. I'm a member of the committee. Thank you.
My name is Al Hassan Umar, MP for Zabzugu in the Northern Region, and a member of the Committee on Appointment.
Ladi Ayayamba is my name, MP for Pusiga, and a member of this committee.
Honorable Chair, my name is Jerry Ahmed Shaib, representing the good people of Wejagbawe and the second minority whip.
Chairman, thank you very much. Honorable nominee, welcome. Chairman, my name is Roxanne Nelson Dapamoko, MP for the good people of Southern in the Volta region, Majority Chief Whip, a member of the committee. Thank you.
My name is Mahama Ayariga, Member of Parliament for Boku Central and Majority Leader and Leader of Government Business. I'm the one that the standing order says I can sit and ask questions.
Thank you very much, honorable members. May I proceed and humbly ask the nominee to tell us about himself.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Once again, good morning, Mr. Chairman and honorable members of the committee. I am Senyo Jamefe. I come from Agogwenlume, a village near Ho. Mr. Chairman, after my basic education, I entered the University of Ghana in 1979 to read law. I graduated with the LLB in 1982 and proceeded to the law school. Graduated in 19...
Mr. Chairman, if you permit me, I will just read Article 1251. Justice emanates from the people and shall be administered in the name of the Republic by the judiciary, which shall be independent and subject only to this Constitution, end quote. Honorable nominee, in this Constitution, do you think there are sufficient checks, provisions, to ensure that the judiciary is indeed independent? If so, why? If you can give me 2 or 3 provisions that supports your position, I'll be very grateful. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. When we have 3 aspects, the judicial aspect, the financial and administrative aspects of the judiciary. When it comes to judiciary, yes, we are independent. Administrative, yes, we are independent. Financial, I don't think we are. Because you people, you give us money. When the budget comes to you, you are the people who think about it and allocate what you think we need. So basically, those two aspects, we are independent, but when it comes to financial, we are not. Thank you.
Chairman, I have a follow-up. And the follow-up is that, can you reference any provisions in addition to this one that guarantees and fortifies the judicial independence?
Yes, the Constitution says that when cases come to you, as much as possible, you have to be independent in what you do. You don't have to listen to anybody when you are judging your cases. So as much as that, we are independent. We don't have any interferences, no. You work on the evidence before you, and you base your judgment on the evidence and the law. That's it. And the Constitution guarantees that is what you have to do. Our allegiance is to the Constitution and not to any human being or any other authority. Thank you.
Yes, I'll proceed to give the floor to Honorable Awua Bafo. Please, you have the floor. Equally, one question.
Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I want to confirm a report that captures the nominee, and then I will ask my substantive question if you agree. Sir, on the 30th of September 2021, Major Online reported a statement made by you whilst President of the Association of Judges and Magistrates at your conference, annual conference. I want to confirm if indeed you made that statement, then I'll proceed to ask my substantive question.
Honourable Member, do you have a copy of the report? You have to take a cue from your leader. Your leader will always bring a copy, and then we show the nominee what you are referring to.
Sure. Mr. Chairman, do you mind if
electronic copy.
It's an electronic copy?
Yeah.
Okay. It states as follows. It is sad that judges in Ghana will have to fight every year for their legitimate allowances to be paid. It is sad that the leadership of the association has to personally trek to the Ministry of Finance, Controller and Accountant General's Department. We have to fall on friends at the seat of government to push for such allowances to be paid, he said on Wednesday. Please, do you confirm making the statement?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Now, in view of this, how is judicial independence compromised? Does this affect judicial independence?
No, Mr. Chairman. This is just simply about lobbying. Lobbying, which everybody does if you want something. Thank you.
Now, follow up, Mr. Chairman. If a friend of yours who you lobbied at the presidency also comes to lobby you, a friend of yours who you lobbied for your allowances to be paid, also comes to lobby you in respect of a case before you, what will you do about it?
One good turn deserves another.
One good turn, they say, deserves another. What will you do about it?
Mr. Chairman, as judges, we base our decisions on the evidence and the facts, not on friendship. So if I are falling on somebody to press something, not for me, but for the association, I was talking for the association, and that person appears before any court, not necessarily my court, the decision will be based on the facts and the evidence, not because of an association. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On the issue of whether or not you are independent, you stated clearly that regarding financials, it looks as if you are not. Very well.
Mr. Chairman.
We'll then proceed to give the floor to Honorable Anthony Imie.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations, nominee. My question is, would you recommend suppression of investigative journalism to protect the dignity of the judiciary?
Yes, Honorable Nominee.
Can I get the question again, please?
Very well. Can you repeat the question?
Okay, very well. My question is, would you recommend suppression of investigative journalism to protect the dignity of the judiciary? And this is against the backdrop that after the Anas expose, in fact, it's been reported by TV3 News, this is online, you are reported to have said that the expose, in quotes, tainted the dignity and value of the judiciary. It is also reported that you said, quote, that the expose should have been blocked. So that is the reason for my question.
Mr. Chairman, I don't remember the first quote. No, those are not my words. And then saying it could have been blocked. No, I don't think, I'm not very sure about that. But generally, I wouldn't recommend repression. Any investigative journalist who wants to do a thorough job, once it's true, why would I recommend suppression? No, I wouldn't. Once it's fair, fine. But I don't remember the first statement you made, because those are not my words.
Thank you very much. Yes, Honourable Member.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I
Any
have a follow-up
further
question. How would you balance protecting the reputation of the judiciary and upholding free press as well as public accountability?
Yes, Honourable Nominee.
We can't gag the press. So far as they do a good job and they don't misinform or disinform, we don't have any authority to gag them. The only guidelines are make sure what your reportage is the truth. The press can come to report our cases or come to do anything with the judiciary. We are not sacrosanct. They can come and do that. We don't have the power to stop them, but just make sure that what you are reporting or your reportage is the truth and it's fair. And then as much as possible, do follow-ups before you come out. If you don't understand anything, ask. Don't report on perceptions. Please, Mr. Chairman, don't forget the judiciary is different from the judicial service. But a lot of people mix these things up. Things happening in the judicial service are attributed to the judiciary. We are two different arms, but working together. Thank you.
Yes, any further question? Very well. Thank you.
Honorable Mayor, you are entitled to 3 questions. It's different from the constitutional legal. No, you are entitled. You are a bona fide member of the committee.
Very well. Then I have other questions for you, my lord.
Honourable members, regarding Anthony Imie, I never said you are entitled to 1 question.
I am very grateful.
That is
Mr.
why
Chairman.
I am asking you, do you have any further questions? And you said, no, you don't have a further question. So if you have a further question,
I have 2 more.
Just proceed to ask.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Now, nominee, Yao Opong, who is Justice of the Court of Appeal and an authority on constitutional law, has suggested that it was unconstitutional when the Jamefe Commission released a white paper prior to the release of the full report covering, it's reported in My Joy Online. Prior to the release of a full paper, yes, a full paper on the 2015 World Cup inquiry. Now my question is, how would you respond to such a suggestion that the release of a white paper prior to the release of a full report is a violation of the 1992 Constitution?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't think the Commissioner has the power to release white paper, but anyway, we've made recommendations to government. After the commission, we wrote our report and made recommendations and presented the recommendations to government. That was all we did. We never issued any paper, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, a follow-up question.
A follow-up question on
That
the white
so.
paper. Very well.
So. Do you suppose that the agency of accountability should justify the violation of a constitutional provision?
Well, permit me to treat this as a full question, not a follow-up. So, Honorable Nominee, you have the floor.
Mr. Chairman, anything that violates the Constitution is illegal. Whatever it is, once it violates or flouts the Constitution, it's illegal. Thank you.
Yes, you are done. Thank you very much. I would proceed to give the floor to Honorable Bid Azidin. Honorable Bid Sidin. I want Tanzuma. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I'm happy that you have corrected yourself in the pronunciation of my name. He has taken me to be a Frafra man. I'm a Dagat man. We don't start our names with A. Leader, why are you surprised? Anyway.
Please, your question.
My Lord, congratulations for the nomination.
Thank you.
I think it's long overdue. You have been on the bench since 2010, 2000, and you have stayed there as a High Court judge until you were promoted to, elevated to a Court of Appeal judge. You have been in this business long enough. Fortunately, you are not one of the judges that is coming from outside the judiciary. Yes, I'm just building something. So, my Lord, in your judgments and doing interpretation, what are some of the rules of the interpretation that you have applied as a judge? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes.
Chairman.
Honorable Nominee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Interpretation. The basic rule, the first rule is the literal meaning of the words. The literal meaning of the words. Yeah. And number two, if the words create an absurdity, then you go to the next step, which is the golden rule. You ask yourself, what does the law seek to achieve? Then you interpret it to achieve the purpose. Then the third is, what does the law seek to prevent? That is the mischief rule. Then you interpret it as such. Then you go further. We have one we call the usdem generis, things of the same kind. So you know how to do there. And then there is one that tells you how you use words around a word to interpret that word. So these are some of the rules of interpretation we follow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, Honorable Bid Zidin, Ranking Member, Judiciary.
Thank you very
much.
much.
You have a further question?
I have no follow-up question, but I want to go to my second question.
Very well. Please do.
I just want to say that His Lordship's answer represents, I believe, a most excellent education on the rules of interpretation. Maybe TikTok will just take a bit of it and spread so that law students will benefit from this.
Thank you.
Very well, Mr. Chairman. My Lord, what innovation would you bring on board to improve justice delivery in this country?
Mr. Chairman, let me finish. Let me finish.
Give me the opportunity.
Okay, when you finish, I would come in.
Honorable Zidin, I believe this question has been asked and answered. The question has been asked and answered by another person. The previous questioner has asked a similar question, and my Lord has provided answers to the question.
Very well.
Wait, Honorable Bid. You know, the question you asked, which Chairman says has been already asked. The
We are individuals, but we can think alike. There's nothing wrong with that.
Further question?
Yes. Mr. Chairman, I only want to congratulate my Lord again, because fortunately for me, I appeared before him whilst he was High Court judge at Suedro, and I saw that he was a very fair-minded judge.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, Honorable John Darko. One question and a follow-up, if any.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Coming from the interpretation aspect, Mr. Nominee, if you read Article 66(2), it says that a person shall not be elected to hold office as President of Ghana for more than 2 terms. Do you think that this provision is subject to interpretation?
Mr. Chairman, the honorable member quoted from the Constitution, and that's what the Constitution says, so I can't have anything against what is in the Constitution. Thank you.
Yes, a follow-up question on the interpretation of Article 66.
Mr. Nominee, so if somebody says that a president of Ghana can serve more than 2 terms, except that it shouldn't be consecutive, what would be your answer to that person?
Honorable Chairman, the answer to that question is what the Constitution says. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. I'll proceed to give the floor to Honorable Alhaji Omar. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Speaker. My Lordship, congratulations.
Thank you.
I want to go into your rulings and opinions in your previous judgment. And it has to do with your position of the law regarding property owned by couples in divorce or death. What is your position? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our Constitution guarantees that every citizen can have property on his own or her own, and then in association with others. So I'll first go to on death. When a spouse dies, PNDC law 111 comes in to take care of those who are alive. Then when it comes to a will, if a spouse dies intestate, that's he hasn't written a will, then like I said earlier, PNDC law 101 comes in. If there's a will, we go according to the will. But then, if no reasonable allocations are made to the surviving spouse, the court will interfere, will go into the will and give something reasonable to the surviving spouse. Then when
do you mean intervention or interfere? Do you mean the court would intervene? Sorry.
When it comes to wills, we are not supposed to. Is it the word interfere or intervention?
What I'm asking is, do you mean the court intervening or you mean interfere? You said the court will interfere. I'm asking whether you mean intervene.
I will still use the word interfere because when it comes to wills, we are not supposed to. We interpret as much as the person making it wants it to. And so, Mr. Chairman, to continue, when it comes to divorce, if the property is jointly acquired, both parties have reasonable access to that property. And that's how the court looks at it. But then, a new decision now goes to say that if we must look at all cases on their merits. Recently, Ajay says that, well, it's not automatic. You look at the circumstances. For example, if the property is jointly acquired, fine. But if it's not jointly acquired, maybe I took a loan for it as in Ajay, the court will not regard it as jointly acquired property. So the sharing will be different. But on the whole, when there's divorce, the court will make sure that a reasonable or equitable size of the property is given to the divorced spouse. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further question? Thank you very much. Honorable Patrick Yaboma, the floor is now yours.
Thank you very much, Chairman, and congratulations, my Lord. My Lord, my Lord, you've handled a lot of commercial cases. Some of us practiced before you. And sometimes business interests do conflict with constitutional rights and other issues within our Constitution. For example, when foreign investment rules conflict with some of our local laws, there tend to be the tendency of the court to always, or sometimes, let me use for want of a better word, sometimes tend in favor of what some Ghanaians refer to as domestic or economic rights. For example, when foreign investment rules and local or domestic rules do clash, how do you manage that thin line to ensure that there is confidence from the investor community on our judiciary?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our judgments are always based on the evidence before us and the law. First of all, the ground norm, the Constitution, whatever it says is the law. Two, if you can't get it from there, you go to case law or statute, and you go according to what they say. As a judge, you have the discretion to interpret, but you don't go outside the remits of the law. Mr. Chairman, that's it.
Is any further question? Yes, if you have a follow-up, please do.
My Lord, most of the agreements that we ratify in Parliament do have some arbitration provisions in there. But you realize that some of these investors do rush straight to the foreign courts or tribunals without exhausting local remedies. And many times the AGs have to go to London or some of the international tribunals to have some of these decisions reversed before it comes back to you. How would you advise on some of these things as a judge?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. When unilaterals multilateral companies are involved, you look at the contract they have signed. If there's an arbitration clause in it, they have to explore that first before coming to court. So as a judge, you look at the contract they themselves have signed. And if they have not exhausted all the grievance resolution clauses in there, you refer them back to it before they come to you. Thank you.
That's my second question. Very well. My Lord, in the past, you've called for the law school to teach. Thank you very much. My Lord, let me start again. You've called the law school to teach subjects like cybersecurity, intellectual property. Why is this so important, and how can we modernize our legal education without losing focus on fundamental legal principles? I know it's part of some of the issues that we've spoken about, having some of these specialized courses being taught at the law school.
Mr. Chairman, law is dynamic, and the life of the law is not static logic, but experience. Things are coming every day. A lot of things are evolving. You will be left behind if you don't follow the trend. So now cyber security and things are now issues of the moment. And it's just prudent that students coming out as lawyers are taught these things. So that is the reason. I don't remember if I got the question well that I suggested. I don't remember that, but even if I did, that is the reason behind it. We must be abreast with times, otherwise we are left behind. Thank you.
My Lord, this is my last question. Since you never walk alone, on your CV, you were chairman of the Koforidua Circuit Tribunal from 1996 to 2000. And Ghanaians recall the work of public tribunals. Because once you are invited there, it means Wahala don't come. A lot, and I know it's part of our constitution, public tribunals. Would you advocate for the setting up of public tribunals again to speed up or assist with the justice delivery program? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I like the way you put it. That's exactly what I would do. But unfortunately, it's a wrong perception. People are more relaxed when they appear before the tribunals because, you know, the panel is 3. 2 ordinary people and the judge, who is a lawyer. They are more comfortable from my experience. Thank you.
My Lord, don't you think...
But you say that is your last question. Very well.
My Lord is enjoying the question. So relax, Chairman. My Lord, don't you think Justice Senior Jamefe sitting with 2 ordinary Ghanaians on a public tribunal will bully them with his law, Chairman, and direct them as to how to take certain decisions, especially when they are not legal practitioners or professionals in that vein? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's unfortunate we think, say, Mr. Chairman, I said once somewhere that law is 20%, wisdom is 80%. Don't underrate those people. They may not know the technical terms, but the wisdom in every case, they know. And you can't bully them. Thank you.
Thank you.